Hello, Allison here, and I just wanted to tell you guys a little bit about how I got started in this health and fitness journey. So it's kind of insane because when I was a kid, I literally hated everything sports related. I hated working out. My mom, God bless her, she was not a cook. She just wasn't. I was raised in a single parent household, and I was pretty much raised on frozen foods and the oven Totino's pizzas, which I love, by the way. I was raised when I got older, I made lean cuisines. I had no knowledge of nutrition, and anytime I worked out, it was for the goal to change my body or to be skinny. And it was something that I never was introduced to in a way other than that. Anytime somebody wanted to be healthy, they ate salads and grilled chicken, and they counted calories. My mom, my aunts, everybody. I was raised by pretty much women, and that's what they did. And then they would start either riding bikes or walking or running or going to the gym or whatever. And then they would fall off and and just go the opposite direction. It was always 0 or 100 with my family that I was raised with, and then it was 0 or 100 for me. I didn't know that a healthy lifestyle was a thing. I just kind of thought it was some bullshit that people told you in a motivational quote, like, it's not a diet, it's a lifestyle. Okay, I just want to smack you in the face. That's how I felt. And it was because I hated exercise and I hated salads. I just didn't like them. And I thought that that's what health was. I thought that that's what skinny was. And I thought that it was like those people that had the body that I wanted. I thought that in order to have that body, first off, that's not the body that everybody wants is not realistic for me because I'm 5'0", not 6 foot. I'm not a model. But I thought in order to have that body, you had to spend hours in the gym and you had to just eat salads and grilled chicken pretty much all the time. And so it wasn't worth it for me. But there were times where I felt like it was. I totally wanted that. And I was going to go hard. And I was going to spend hours in the gym. And I was going to run every single day. And I was going to eat not very much because I needed to count all the calories. I had that MyFitnessPal tracker app. And I would count literally every calorie that went to my mouth. Until this day, it's so harmful eating habits. I can still tell you how many calories are in a banana, are in a Totino's pizza, are in an apple, are in pretty much legitimately any food you can think of. And it's because of that crazy crash dieting. And I talk like this was that long ago. I'm 25 years old, and I started doing this when I was in 10th grade. I started trying to manipulate my diet and trying to manipulate my body to be how I wanted it to be. And so I did this pretty much all throughout college as well. And so I would count calories obsessively and work out a lot. And then as soon as I messed up on my diet or my fitness regimen, I would say, oh, screw it. Just do whatever you want, Allison. It doesn't matter anyway. You're not going to get the results that you want. And then I would go completely the opposite direction. And this resulted in me yo-yoing up and down 10 pounds my entire life. It resulted in a bunch of negative self-talk and a bunch of metabolism and gut issues that I now deal with from being so extreme with that. And I still, I didn't really get it. That's kind of what it was. I didn't get it. I didn't get the whole health and fitness thing. I literally did not know how to get results. Because every single time I tried, I would go to the gym for a week or two, maybe, a few days a week, and I would be surprised or saddened when I didn't get results. When I would do the crash diets. And guys, I tell you, I did everything. I did Advocare. I did Whole30. I did those little Pinterest graphic diets, like the military diet thing. I did the diet where you only eat grapefruit and eggs. Grapefruit and eggs. What is that? And gosh, it was so freaking harmful to myself because I literally thought that that's all it was. And I was sick of living that way. I was sick of obsessing about my weight. And honestly, I thought about food all the freaking time. And so it wasn't until my first year of teaching that this all kind of came to a head. I looked in the mirror and I did not like what I saw. I wasn't that overweight. I was just a little overweight. But I looked fine looking back on it. There's nothing wrong with me, but I was so unconfident. I only saw the flaws in my body, and I was gaining more weight because I was a first-year teacher. I was stressed out. I felt like I had no time for myself, And you just empty your cup as a first year teacher, man. Like they say it's hell because it kind of is. You're always emptying your cup. You're always there. You feel like you have no time, especially to add something on, like a workout regimen or like something that's for yourself, you know. And I was kind of moody. I would wake up and kind of drive to school half awake. And it really started to take a toll on my personal life. And I was at a Friendsgiving that year, and I just looked around, and I was like, these people, my friends, they're all happy, and I don't feel happy. Like, this cannot be what the rest of life is like. And I decided to make a change. And so at that time, I went gluten-free because I thought that was going to, like, help me lose weight or whatever. I'm still gluten-free for different gut-related reasons now. It didn't help me lose weight. And then I signed up for kickboxing, which I loved. And I did for several months, but I didn't really get results from it because my diet wasn't on point, you know? And that's what was kind of the problem the whole time is like I would do these workouts or whatever and nutrition, and I didn't get the results that I wanted because, like, I mean, of course I didn't get the results that I wanted because I was eating like crap. Like, I lived off of lean cuisines, for Christ's sake, and then I would go eat a pizza, and then I would work out obsessively trying to work off the pizza. Like, it just wasn't working for me, and I wasn't making the kickboxing classes half the time. They were only once a week because I was staying at the school all the time. So it was just all this stuff, and I saw a person on Instagram doing a kickboxing-inspired workout, which had all these awesome before and after results, like crazy. And I thought, okay, like that looks pretty badass. Like I could probably do that. And I mean, I poured over those before and afters. I zoomed in on them. I hashtagged the program on Instagram and looked up every single person's before and after results because I wanted to give myself the excuse not to start because I was like, these have to be photoshops. This is just some BS. This is another bad diet. This is another scam. And this is another thing that's not going to work for me. And I was scared. I was scared to try something else because I had tried so many things. And it was kind of expensive for me as a first-year teacher. I was spending a lot of my money on supplies for my students because I was in a low-income school. And I really didn't have the money to spend on it. But one day I was just like, okay, I'm going to do it. And so I asked my mom to borrow the money. And then I worked my butt off at two extra jobs that I had to pay her back. I was a part-time graphic designer, and I used to teach painting classes after school before I was a coach, before I was able to quit that from coaching. And I hustled to get that money, and because I wanted it bad enough. I wanted to change. And because I had that skin in the game, guys, there was all of these YouTube videos online that were free that I've never done. There are all this like nutrition information out there that I couldn't stick to. I needed something that was cumulative. I needed something that had workouts that were easy for me to fit into my teaching lifestyle. I was not making it to the gym. I hated the gym. I hated driving there. I hated getting my clothes on. I hated going after school. I needed something that I could do from the comfort of my own living room, in whatever time frame that I needed to do it, and I needed to not hate it, and it needed to be quick. And I didn't hate it. I felt pretty much like a badass because it was kickboxing inspired. It was quick, and so there wasn't the excuses, and I could do it from where the heck ever I was. I even did ab workouts on my teaching lunches sometimes. And then I needed the meal planning that was actually pretty simple. I'm not a cook. Like I said, my mom didn't cook. I don't cook. Now my fiance cooks, God bless him, but like, I mean, when I started, like, I literally made it super simple. And I just followed the plan. Like, you get this list that tells you what you can eat, and you pick off of the list, and then you eat that in correct proportions. And the portion control and the simplicity of it really made it something that I could adapt to my lifestyle then, and it also makes it something I can adapt to my lifestyle now, whether I'm eating out, whether I'm at a Christmas party, whether I'm traveling. And it made it something that didn't have to seem like 0 or 100. It didn't have to be perfect, and therefore, I didn't have to be perfect, and therefore, I didn't swing the other direction, you know, the 0 or 100 thing, and it was something that I've been able to continue doing. And there's even, like, ways to track it, like there's an app. I mean, they just make it super simple for you, and that's what makes it super simple for me. And then I needed that support. I needed the support of somebody to keep me accountable, somebody to lift me up, somebody to be a positive spirit after I've spent, like, you know, I had kind of a rough first teaching placement, and people would complain a lot about the students, about their job, about being there. The students didn't want to be there. It was a rough environment, and there was a lot of negativity, and I really let it get to me before I started this journey, and this was a place that I could plug into for positivity, for inspiration, for motivation, and accountability every single day. And somebody to ask questions to, and I didn't know what the heck I was doing. When I hit a plateau and I needed to know if I should go up in weights. When I didn't want to do the workout, but there were a bunch of other ladies doing it with me. And then, along with that, I got 30 superfood shakes a month, which is like 30 meals. And yeah, it was expensive for me as a teacher. But guess what? So was the Starbucks that I was driving through and getting every single day to caffeinate myself enough to get through the day. Well, what shift did I make? I started making my coffee at freaking home. And so I really cannot recommend it enough. If you don't have something that works for you, then reach out to me, and I want to help you get results, because I honestly, gosh, I wish that somebody would have brought this to me sooner. I wish that somebody would have invited it, like me, to it sooner, and they didn't. And like, I wish that they would have. So I'm always about sharing this with other people, but also realize that sometimes you just gotta throw spaghetti at the wall until it sticks. Like, I don't know where I heard that expression, but sometimes you just gotta try different things until something sticks for you. If you're not happy with your body, if you're not happy with your life, yes, you are amazing right now. Yes, you are incredible right now, but taking care of yourself, it will change your entire life. And so if you don't have something that works for you already, if it's not my thing, that's fine, but go freaking find it, okay? So that's my story of how I got into health and fitness, and I'm still going. I'm still progressing, and for 2 years, for somebody that had never stuck with working out consistently for more than 2 weeks, 2 years later, still going, like, that feels like a success to me.